Hey guys, and welcome to another episode of Quick Expert Reviews. Today we've got a Nokia 7.2, which is a slightly more advanced version of the 6.2. That's the SIM tray opening tool. We've got a quick start guide and a warranty info as well, plus the product safety info. The quick start guide talks us through how to put the SIM card in, how to put the memory card in, how to charge the phone, and so on, so on. And then we also have a charger Type-C cable, yes, Type-C, and a wired headphones in the box as well. So yes, the phone does come with 3.5mm jack. And that's the Type-C cable. So moving on to the actual handset itself, it is actually really nice. It feels and looks actually really premium as well. So we've got a triple lens camera setup on the back. Look how gorgeous it is. Then we also have a fingerprint sensor underneath. We've got a power button, which does have a light inside if we get a notification, and then we've got a volume up, volume down on the side as well. Okay, and on the bottom we've got the Type-C plus the one mono speaker. So 3.5mm jack on top. We've got the SIM tray on the side, which also houses actually it's a dual SIM slot plus a memory card slot. So it's not a hybrid SIM cards tray, which means that you can use two SIM cards and a memory card rather than two SIM cards or a memory card. Okay, and when we unlock the screen, obviously it is an LCD panel, however it's an HDR10 certified panel. And it's an IPS LCD one as well. It's 6.3 inches tall or big, and then obviously as it is a Nokia handset, it does run Android 9, but it will be upgraded very shortly to an Android 10 as well. We do have some additional features, like for example swipe for the fingerprint sensor, so you can swipe the fingerprint sensor on the back and it drops down the notification pane. If you can't reach it at the top, we've got to jump to the camera when you press the power button twice. So yeah, it's actually pretty neat. Obviously you don't have to use that, and then you can disable the Google Now button on the left hand side. So to be honest, I'm not sold on the idea. I just prefer to say, okay, Google, and it just works rather than just pressing the button. I've never kind of used the button, but if you like to, you can lose it. Use it. It is on the left-hand side of the handset, just underneath the SIM card and the memory card tray. So moving on, let's have a look. So it's a 64 gig internal storage model. Plus, obviously, like I said, you can expand it with memory cards. When it comes to sound, there aren't any sound enhancers or anything like that, no upscaling. But obviously, considering the price of the phone, which is around £220, this is to be expected. Then we've got some neat features like night light that removes the blue hue from the screen, so our eyes feel less strained. We've got the pure display, which kind of tries to enhance the quality of the screen, so when we're watching a movie, for example, or when we're reading text. We've got the ambient display as well, which kind of lights up when you receive a notification, and then if you like, you can set it in light or dark mode. However, it's not across the whole device, so the settings will always stay light, for example, weirdly enough, but then the notification pane will be dark. We do have an NFC, so we can use Google Pay if you'd like to, Pay if you'd like to, and then in terms of network and internet, a lot of people ask me about that. Yes, you can do hotspot as well. Now, when it comes to actually operating the phone, it is a very much pixel-esque experience, so there's no additional software apart from the Google one, and there is the only one app that Nokia pre-installs is My Phone, which does have a built-in manual if you'd like to use it. Obviously, if you'd like to, you can remove that as well. I did pre-install Google Cam as well, so there is a Google Cam pre-installed. I will post the link in the video description just to compare the picture quality between the standard stock cam and the Google camera itself. So we've got a trio of cameras on the back. We've got a 48 megapixel with an f-stop of 1.2. We've got an 8 megapixel ultra wide lens with an f-stop of 2.2. And then we've got a 5 megapixel depth sensor. The phone can record in 4K, and it is 4K at 30 frames per second. Apparently you can do 4K at 60 frames per second because via the Google camera. What I mean because it is a Snapdragon 660 and apparently it is capable of doing that. I wasn't able to do that. Then in terms of photo modes, we've got a portrait mode, we've got a standard mode, we've got a pro mode, which is quite of a trademark now of the Nokia phones going back to the Lumia handsets. So if you'd like to, you can adjust everything manually. Now this is the manual mode. On the portrait mode, which allows you to change the type of blur, background blur, but I will cover proper professional mode in a second as well. So yeah, when you go to an actual pro mode, you can adjust whatever you'd like to. You can adjust the white balance, you can adjust the focal point, what you want to focus on, you can adjust the ISO, shutter speed, and so on. So it's pretty neat. However, it only works in a camera, it doesn't work in the video recording, which I don't know why manufacturers keep doing that. Like Samsung, for example, taking the option of manual settings from the video recording. However, Sony came to the rescue, and obviously if you've seen the review of the Xperia 5 and Xperia 1, you do have a manual mode kind of on the phone itself. So let's have a listen to how it actually sounds. And last but not least, obviously these are the photo samples. I haven't mentioned anything about the battery because there's not much to mention really. The phone does give me a day and a half of the battery life, depending on how you use it. It's not stellar. It does its job pretty well. So yeah, thanks for watching another episode of Quick Expert Reviews, and I'll speak to you soon, guys. Bye!